Hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. I just want to make a video to talk about our lesson for the week in the critical thinking course. We are in week 5, analyzing and constructing arguments. Let me share the screen, take a look at the announcement. We'll take a look at the assignment for the week. We'll look at the prompt, and then I'll kind of go through the example that I posted and how it connects with the prompt. So let's take a look at the announcement first. This week we're moving on to making arguments of your own. So last week you were given the topic to argue both sides of the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hour rule. Now you're picking a topic and you're thinking about that topic from multiple angles. So our work for the week includes the argument construction assignment, which is due Sunday the 29th at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. So let's go ahead. That's the only assignment for the week. There's no discussion or anything. Let me take a look at the prompt, the actual assignment prompt document, and we'll go over that together, and then we'll look at the sample. Okay, so here is the assignment prompt. The trick, in my opinion, the hardest thing about this assignment is just that there's a lot of steps, and students occasionally lose points, or often actually lose points, on this assignment by not completing all the steps, not necessarily by doing things wrong, just by forgetting something. So let's break it down. Let's go through it. Let's make sure we have a good understanding of what all the steps are. So for this assignment, you must now construct your own argument. Follow the 5 steps provided in the lesson. You may choose your own issue, but if you're having trouble choosing one, here are a few options. Should college campuses ban alcohol on campus? Should U.S. citizens be eating meat? Should the driving age be raised to 21? Really, any topic that you want to use is fine, so long as it's actually controversial, meaning that there has to be at least 2 different viewpoints on it, preferably multiple viewpoints. Yeah, just controversial. You could argue lots of different aspects to it. Okay, so after you choose an issue, you want to list at least 10. So that's step 1, by the way. Step 1, pick a topic. Step 2, list 10 different premises that relate to the issue. These premises, please think of them as topic sentences for your argument. And you're going to be having to craft arguments, you're going to be crafting arguments on multiple sides of the issue, so you need to have premises that represent multiple sides of the issue. So just real quickly, we want these premises to be complete sentences that would function as like the topic sentence or kind of thesis main argument statement for an argumentative paragraph. So if we go with should the driving age be raised to 21? You could have a premise that says the driving age should be raised to 21 because teenage minds aren't fully developed. And then that would be one of your premises. You could then have another premise that's something like the driving age should not be raised to 21 because it's an important step. Learning to drive at 16 or 17 is an important step for teenage maturity, something like that, right? So the idea is that you have, and you would generate a list of 10 that sort of fairly represent multiple sides of the issues or multiple sides of your issue, with each one of those individual premises being something that you could take and use as the main idea for an argumentative paragraph. That's step 2. Step 3, eliminate some weak premises. Some of the options from your list of 10 are going to be bad, or at least not as good as the others. So eliminate them and then just write a short couple sentence explanation as to why you eliminated that one. What was bad about that argument or that premise. Okay, then we get to the main, so that's step 3. Then we get to the main important meat step of the entire assignment here, and that is to construct 3 different arguments that pertain to the issue, each a paragraph long. So you're going to be writing 3 total paragraphs here in step 4. One argument needs to be for, one argument needs to be against, and then you need to come up with a third argument. That third argument should either be like another for or another against, or like a sort of alternative viewpoint on it. It's up to you. So 3 total arguments. The idea here though, and this is important, is that you're going back to your list of premises and you're taking the premises from the list and using them to create the complete argumentative paragraph. Your arguments should be developed versions of your premises. So this is one of the spots where students sometimes lose points here, is that they'll have a list of premises and then their arguments have nothing to do with their list of premises. So you'll be writing 3 paragraphs in total here in step 4, 1 for your issue, 1 against. So should the driving age should be raised to 21 because, full paragraph. The driving age should not be raised to 21 because, full paragraph, and then a third of your choice. My last piece of advice on this step is that try not to chain premises together. For example, what I mean by that is, let's say that I had 3 premises about the driving age being raised to 21. It should be raised to 21 because teenagers' brains aren't fully developed, more car accidents happen to teenagers than anyone else, and it unfairly puts other people at risk on the roads, something like that. So I have 3 premises, right? I don't want my paragraph to just be the driving age should be raised to 21 because this reason, that reason, and that reason. Teens shouldn't be allowed to drive until they're, only adults should be allowed to drive, end of paragraph. Because all that I've done there is just list 3 premises. I haven't actually explained any of them. And there is a, that's one of the spots where students lose points on this assignment, is that they don't actually explain any of their premises. So the idea instead is that you take a single premise and then build on it into a full paragraph. If I say the driving age should be raised to 21 because teenagers' brains are not fully developed, I then need to expand on what I mean by teenagers' brains aren't fully developed. Bring in some research, flesh that idea out. So think of one idea per paragraph. Okay, so that's step 4, 3 paragraphs. Step 5 is to write one last paragraph. And this one last paragraph, you just need to think, look back at the previous 3 that you just wrote, and then analyze which one you think, analyze and explain which one is the representative of the best critical thinking, it creates the best argument, etc. So that's it. You pick a topic, you write a list of 10 premises, you eliminate some weak premises and explain why, you write your 3 argumentative paragraphs, and then you write a 4th paragraph that's just kind of looking back saying, like, I think paragraph 1 is the strongest argument because whatever, and you explain it. That's it. If you look at the points, the scoring rubric down here, 5 points for your issue and list of premises. Make sure they are complete sentence premises. Students sometimes lose points here by doing like little bullet point premises, but they don't make sense. Like if your topic is should the driving age be raised to 21 and you put bullet point car accidents, do you mean that there are more car accidents to people under 21? Do you mean that if we don't teach kids to drive till they are 21, there'll be more car accidents? That doesn't tell me anything. You need to use complete sentences. Always. You should just get in the habit of that for everything. 6 points for explaining why you eliminated 2 premises. A few sentences in your explanation is fine. 15 points for your argument, so 5 points per paragraph. Please use third person point of view, no first person, I, me, my statements, no second person, you, your statements. Avoid first person narrational evidence. It is always subjective. Bring in research components, use intelligent reasoning here. Third person objective arguments. And then 6 points for your explanation of your best arguments, and then 3 points for your overall writing level. That is the actual assignment prompt. Let me take one quick look with you at the sample I posted. Okay. This is how I recommend setting it up. Put issue, colon, list your issue. Here I have the idea, everyone should become a vegetarian. Then I have a list of premises that are complete sentences that represent at least 2 sides of the issue. Vegetables, fruits, grains, and other non-meat products provide all the nutrients humans need to be healthy. That's a yes, everyone should be a vegetarian. Then I have meat is an excellent source of protein that can be challenging to equal in a vegetarian diet. So that's a no, right? So you can already see how my premises are on both sides. I have some eliminations that I explain in short paragraphs, and then I have my big argumentative paragraphs with in-text citations in the APA format. My arguments are being based on research and reasoning, not on not on my own personal opinion, right? And that's what we're trying to get away from. Personal opinion is always going to be subjective. We want to get to third person researched arguments. So again, I list my issue, I create my list of premises as complete sentences, I explain my eliminations, I write 3 argumentative paragraphs where I take one of these premises and plug it in as my main idea for the paragraph, and then I have my final little, the best paragraph is this, here's why. Okay, that's it. The assignment is due Sunday night. Sunday is the 29th. I hope it's not too hard. I don't want it to be eating up your holiday too much. If you have questions, let me know and I will happily help you out. Have a good holiday.